Hello everyone, Tommy with Studio Sense here, and I gotta say, I've had my fair share of summer flings. Summer flings, or temporary nuanced relationships that happen when the sun is high in the sky during the summer months, however you want to phrase it or whatever you want to call it, have been the artifice of Hollywood for a very long time. If you've ever watched a romance movie or a rom-com or a meet cute, it's the boy meets girl, there's some kind of conflict. Boy decides that he can't be with girl, or girl decides that she can't be with boy. They both go their separate ways. She gets ready to get on the airplane, and then he decides suddenly he can't live without her, and so he runs to the airport or grabs an Uber, gets stuck in traffic, and then runs to the airport, jumps on a skateboard, or whatever it is, but they always end up kissing at the end, roll credits. It's pretty silly when you break it down like that, but unlike it's mostly portrayed in Hollywood, those things don't just happen to young people, they happen to people of all ages. And if it happens to you, if you happen to find yourself in a situation where you're gonna have a very temporary relationship, or what looks to be a temporary relationship that turns into a long-term thing, you might want to be ready, you might want to be prepared, and one of the best ways to be prepared is to have a fantastic, seductive, magnetic, alluring fragrance as your wingman. And I've got my 10 sexy summer fling fragrances coming up right after this. Welcome back everyone. If you are in a situation right now where you're seeing somebody, you feel like it might be temporary, or if you feel like you're going to be traveling somewhere to stay for a while, or you're going to be maybe possibly in a situation where you might meet someone and you might develop a relationship with them, it's really good to be prepared and to have a really good wingman fragrance. A wingman fragrance is a fragrance that's going to subsidize those naturally charming things about you, make them stand out, make you stand out, grab and hold their attention. If you meet someone that you like and it's going really well, one of the worst things that can happen is somebody can come along and grab their attention and take them away from you, and then you're standing there scratching your head thinking about things that could have happened. I'm going to reintroduce you guys to 10 fragrances that are absolutely perfect. They'll help maximize all the charming aspects of your personality, help you stand out, help you grab the person whose attention that you want, keep it and hold it. And of course, keeping in mind that this is summertime and most dates take place at night, okay, so it's going to be a little bit cooler. So yes, a lot of these fragrances are going to be darker, maybe oriental in nature, oriental spicy, and most people will tell you these are winter fragrances, but you can definitely wear any fragrance at night for a date night situation, for an intimate setting kind of situation. And oriental spicy fragrances are some of the best, especially that have that kind of magnetic pull or allure or attention grabbing factors. The very first one is Spicebomb Dark Leather, and I've already pulled the pin, so it's going to explode any moment. Maybe the presentation is a bit of a nod towards its explosive nature because it does have kind of a voluminous air about it, owing to all of the spices that make Spicebomb what it is. But the primary focus of this is a dark, kind of mature, rich, and very sexy leather. Who doesn't want to put on a leather jacket before they go out to meet someone in an intimate setting or in a date night situation? But if you don't have that leather jacket, or you feel like it's not appropriate where you're going, this is the next best thing, and it will grab her attention and hold it. It's one of the best spicy leather-esque modern fragrances to come out in a while. Spicebomb Dark Leather by Viktor and Rolf. Next up is a fragrance that when I wear it, I always ask myself, who ever thought of putting gingerbread as a note in fragrance? And it works. A lot of women really like that warm, spicy, sweet nature of a lot of date night fragrances, and it's definitely in Valentino Born in Roma Yellow Dream. Yellow Dream has some similarities with the Wanted series, Wanted by Night, Wanted Parfum, in that it has that sweet, light gourmand, magnetic, attention-grabbing nature that definitely has the capability of pulling someone in, grabbing their attention, and even getting compliments. It is a long-lasting fragrance, but it also has that intimate kind of sillage that you want in a date night fragrance that has the capability of making someone want to come closer to you and smell more of what they're smelling. Born in Roma Yellow Dream by Valentino. Kind of sort of similar situation with this next fragrance, although it is just a bit more mature in nature. But hey, sexy doesn't believe in ageism, and neither does L'Homme Ideal Parfum by Guerlain. This has a smooth, creamy, boozy, almond-esque nature that begs to be smelled, and the capability of making the person smelling it want to come closer and want to get more. Not only is this as a Parfum edition going to give you all day long wear, it also has that seductive skin scent quality, or that I can't get enough of that kind of quality, and women love how this smells. L'Homme Ideal Parfum by Guerlain. This next fragrance that's going to be perfect as a wingman for your summer fling or your nuanced temporary relationship is one that is a bit older. But guys, you can't underestimate the power of a very tried and true fragrance by Dolce & Gabbana like this one. It is the One Eau de Parfum. The One's already very well known for being a great date night fragrance, but people complained about the longevity of the EDT, the original, and thus the EDP came out, and then nobody complained because this was everything that they wanted with that same scent profile, that kind of tobacco, creamy, vanillic, cardamom combination. Extremely sexy as it is familiar. So if you're one of the few out there that haven't tried out the One EDP by Dolce & Gabbana, now's the time to pull the trigger. This next fantastic summer fling fragrance, Wingman, is one that is, again, like the One EDP, has been tried and true. It's not been out for an extremely long time, but it already has a very good reputation. It's by Givenchy, and it's Givenchy Gentleman Reserve Privee. Just like L'Homme Ideal Parfum has a boozy, this definitely has, because it has whiskey in it. Booze is a component, just like the word reserve, like a reserve Scotch whiskey. This has that whole boozy nature, along with that whole Givenchy Gentleman alluring woodsy iris scent profile. Probably one of the best and most well-known flankers, for good reason. My wife loves this on me whenever I wear it, so I reserve it for date nights specifically, and I think you should too. And as a sexy summer fling fragrance or date night fragrance, it doesn't get much better than Gentleman Reserve Privee by Givenchy. And thankfully, it's still available. They haven't discontinued this one, so grab it up while you can. Another fantastic wingman for grabbing her attention and keeping it and holding it on your date night with that special someone is by Yves Saint Laurent. It's L'Homme Eau de Parfum. And I've talked about this on my channel before, and there are still quite a few fragrances in the L'Homme line, the La Nuit de L'Homme line, that are available, and I could easily still recommend La Nuit de L'Homme because it is a fantastic, well-known date night fragrance. But I think this one has just as much to offer in the form of a boozy, kind of lightly orange, seductive factor. And this one has it. Not only that, it's extremely long lasting and has a fair sillage, a scent bubble. L'Homme Eau de Parfum by Yves Saint Laurent. This next summer fling fragrance is going to be a perfect wingman to your rom-com or meet cute in real life. Is actually one from Paco Rabanne in the Invictus line. It's Invictus Victory Elixir. Now again, most people would recommend that you wear this only during winter, and that's fine. I recommend that too, but there are situations that are going to be appropriate, and date nights are one of them, because guys, this one is a fantastic, powerful date night fragrance. If your goal or desire is to grab her attention and hold it, this is going to really help with that, because it has that very unique, distinctive, olfactive value, but also a little bit of familiarity, because most people are kind of sort of familiar with Invictus. It has that built in, but then it takes it in a completely different area, which is where you want to be when you're wearing a date night fragrance. She'll really appreciate this on you, want to smell more of it. So if it's a party that you're going to for the first time that has a potential of you meeting someone, or you're meeting someone for the first time, or having that first date, Invictus Victory Elixir would be one you want to try. It has been said so many times on so many YouTube channels by so many reviewers that Male Elixir is an extremely magnetic, alluring, sexy, fantastic date night fragrance or signature scent for everyday wear. Yet again, I'm going to re-emphasize, because not only is the Male line very well known, it has that all kind of rave, EDM, bubblegum, sweet, sexy, date night, kind of magnetic, overwhelmingly popular scent profile, but it's been modernized, re-energized, and kind of re-upped, revamped in Male Elixirs. There's no better example of that in a modern setting, specifically for that grab her attention, hold it, and keep it date night scenario. Several of the fragrances I've been talking about are a little bit more in terms of cost. So what about the budget needs? What about your kind of budget-friendly fragrances? A couple of them that I would recommend. One would be by Trussardi, and it's Trussardi Riflesso. Riflesso on its own is an extremely magnetic, alluring kind of date night sensual fragrance. It has that sensual quality that you're looking for if you're looking for it in a fragrance. It's also been said to smell like La Nuit de L'Homme. It does. It has that whole kind of nutty, cardamom, creamy effect or quality to it, but it's not a clone. And it's not really an inspired by. And it does differ in the dry down quite a bit. And I actually kind of prefer this one as much as I like La Nuit de L'Homme in some settings, because it's got a little bit of a, I don't know, a refinement to it, or a more of a tight quality to the scent profile that I really like and enjoy, and she will too. And it's only like 40 bucks, very inexpensive, and a fantastic budget date night offering. The next summer fling fragrance, Wingman, on a budget. If you're looking for a budget fragrance, I really enjoy this one, and it doesn't smell like a cheap fragrance at all, but it does have that Halloween man DNA. I like using the term kind of like cool urban concrete confident, and it's Halloween Man Mystery. It does have that mysterious air or effect built in violet overtones, and that's what I really like about this fragrance. So if you're looking for a fragrance that has kind of a modern, powdery, urban feel or effect to it, definitely try out Halloween Man Mystery. Again, the ladies love how this fragrance smells. It's as attention-getting and compliment-pulling as Jesus del Pozo can get in a modern fragrance, and very inexpensive. Well guys, I could recommend so many more, but these are 10 that have done it for me in the past, that have gotten her attention, that have made her want to come closer, not only to hear what I'm saying, but obviously to smell what I smell like, or to smell more of what I'm wearing, and it will you as well. But if you've had any really good date night experiences with these fragrances, let us know what those anecdotes are in the comments below. Or if I missed a fragrance that really should be in this list that's perfect for those summer flings as a fragrance wingman, let us know what you think those are as well. Guys, thanks so much for tuning in. As always, thank you so much for your continued support on my channel. I wish you luck in your summer fling, your temporary relationship that may turn, who knows, it may turn into something more serious down the road, but you won't know if you don't give it a try. So give it a try and wear something really good, really nice, and effective when you do. Thanks again for watching. I'm Tommy with Studio Sense. You and your family stay safe out there, and I'll see you tomorrow with another video review.